Curiouser and curiouser. This is a tea party with a difference.
The story of Alice in Wonderland, one of the major themes throughout it is transformation, and obviously women, we transform throughout our lives, but particularly during the menopause.
The Mad Hatter's tea parties pull together nutritious and delicious treats, crafty creations, and a focus on all things menopause.
Listen to each other, empathise with each other. But the gold dust moment about this tea party is the fact that we've got GP menopause specialists who are sitting around the table, and you can just chat away and pick their brains about anything you like.
With more than 300 possible symptoms, those specialists really do offer a wealth of knowledge.
Women normally put up really well with your hot flushes and night sweats. They'll never come and see you just for that. It's more of a psychological, so their brain doesn't work, they're anxious, they're low in mood. They're really irritable at home, so they can be full of rage or really tearful. And obviously your periods start changing when you become perimenopausal as well. And they can be really subtle, from slight lengthening of your cycle, heavier of your cycle, lighter of your cycle. I think anything and everything can change.
But together, sharing first-hand experiences proves liberating.
I had night sweats. They've been the worst, where literally you wake up feeling like you've had a bucket of water chucked over you.
There's a lot of brain fog.
I had things like dry eyes, for instance. I've always worn contact lenses. I couldn't wear them any longer.
You know, I've got restless legs and sleepless, and I'm exhausted the next day, and you just feel so alone.
The sessions in the New Forest have received funding from Arts Council England as a way of offering specialist advice on a group basis.
So it's amazing to come to these sessions because the GPs that are here, the specialist menopause GPs, would cost upwards of £300 for a consultation session with them. So that is a fantastic opportunity to be able to give your questions to people who can answer them like that.
So what happens when the two worlds of creativity and healthcare collide?
Just by placing something that is of a creative nature, individuals start creating, and then because they're creating, the mind can relax, and then socially you start asking questions that usually there'd be barriers towards, you know.
Having that shared sort of like conversation makes you not feel so mad, makes you feel like, oh, I can share. You feel in a really safe environment.
You're heard here, you're heard and you're understood, and that's not something we get. It's getting better, but it's not something we get everywhere.
Things that I'm going through and the things that I'm feeling, both physically and mentally, are normal, and I think that that's been really important for me tonight.
While the theming of the tea parties may play on the confusion and chaos of Lewis Carroll's storytelling, the intention of these events is quite the opposite. A longing to leave women with a better understanding and a sense of clarity about the menopause.
I think once you start talking about it, you realise everybody else is in the same situation. And actually, how reassuring is that?